We can all agree that 2020 was definitely a very odd year in many ways. The year may have felt very lonely for many people, especially after quarantine forced a lot of people to work from home, having to be away from our loved ones, and to make sure that we're protecting others. In a way, for me, it was just another year. But the reason that it was like that for me because something really helped me to cope with this. VR chat. Yes, that VR chat. This is how VR chat helped me keep my sanity during 2020. To give this story a little background, I moved here to Houston during the summer of 2018 from the Victoria, Texas area. I moved in with my then girlfriend at the time, and aside from her and cosplay friends, I didn't have any family here, so I usually went to work, and after that I would spend time with her, would stream some video games, or hang out with some friends. Since both of my parents also worked when I was growing up and I had a heavy interest in art, video games, and writing, this wasn't much different for me in my adult life to always do my own thing on my own time. In the middle of 2019, we moved to a new place, and in October of that same year, we broke up because it just wasn't working out. Around this time, I got back into VR chat. The last time I really played was when I lived back home in 2017. So many different things had changed from what I last remembered. The ability to save avatars, a better interface, and other improvements that made the game pretty fun. What should I explain is that despite the name, you can actually play VR chat on your desktop even if you don't have a VR system. VR and VR chat really stands for virtual reality in general, not that you need a VR system to play it. So you're probably asking, why is VR chat so enjoyable? Well, for one, it's free, so there's no subscription needed to play, no monthly fee, no fee to download the game and play it. There are tons of worlds out there to explore. Some have games you can play with others. For example, there's an Among Us map. There are worlds out there that you can sing with your friends. There are horror maps where you may solve a mystery. There are worlds out there that you can watch videos with friends. There are worlds that are recreations of part of your favorite game. The list goes on. There are also avatars that are custom made. Of course, you have your meme avatars like Shrek and Hank Hill. And some avatars are characters from your favorite video game, anime, TV show, the list goes on. For me, when my then girlfriend and I broke up, it was a great way to distract myself and take my mind off of things. I also actually made a lot of friends during this time and was able to connect with people that are friends to this day. In fact, this game was also a reason why I eventually saved up for an HTC Vive. It made the experience that much better. When the lockdown happened in early 2020, for me I still had to work as I was self-employed and thankfully had a secure job that required minimal contact with people. Since I was single at the time and with the pandemic going on, I didn't want to risk my friends getting sick. VR chat was an amazing way to be able to feel like I'm still spending time with friends in a safe way. I also saw that a lot of my friends felt pretty lonely, and when I got them to try out this game, they absolutely loved it. We were able to hang out like old times and even visit a few worlds that were recreations of conventions we had been to before, since a lot of these were friends that I met through cosplay. VR chat also allowed me to take my now girlfriend on our first virtual date. We went to visit a lot of worlds that were aesthetically pleasing and sightsee. And I also took her avatar hunting and got to show her how to play VR chat. Now I will admit, of course, you can run into some people that are typically just trolls who try to crash others, say racist things, cuss people out randomly, and overall just toxic. Just like in gaming, sometimes this can't be avoided. What's great about VR chat is that you can make private instances to where you can invite people or have a friends only world, and filter out the people who may be bothersome. This may be also why sometimes VR chat gets a bad rap, because typically it's not moderated by admins or anything like that. It relies on a self-report of you reporting negative behavior to the servers. What you can do though is also vote somebody out of a world and issue a public vote if that person seems bothersome. Then that person can be removed and no longer harass people. What I think we don't do for VR chat is give credit to the people who recreate the awesome scenery from games we love or the characters we love to use as avatars. VR chat is purely user-contributed content, and there are a lot of talented people out there. Take this world for example, a recreation of Twilight Towns from Kingdom Hearts 2 by Colonel McColonel. It's not only from one of my favorite games, but this specific world allowed me to connect with an amazing Kingdom Hearts community, and I got to relive some of my favorite moments from the game. This is also where I take a lot of my friends so they can experience it for themselves, and when I finally came back to this world after having my VR headset for the first time, man, it was something else seeing the sun from the top of the clock tower in first person. Even some of the original created worlds are awesome, like Lunar Plants. Very relaxing music that you can enjoy while also viewing fantastic scenery. VR chat did a lot of great things for me. It helped me cope with my feelings of isolation, allowed me to make new friends safely, and allowed me to hang out with some friends that I hadn't seen since my cosplay days. Give it a try sometime, and who knows, maybe you'll see me on there sometime. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Have you tried VR chat for yourself yet? I would love to hear about your experience with VR chat. Thanks for watching, stay beautiful, stay awesome, and we'll catch you around next time.